Hey everyone, it's Pixelade here and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. We have a brand new free Sims 4 patch update which just dropped today, August 19th, for PC, Mac, and consoles. First, before we get into anything, back up your saves, your mods, your tray folder, do all of the usual stuff. Even though it doesn't seem like that major of an update, it still could affect things, and it would be a shame if you guys lost some of your assets or in-game progress, so please make sure you make a copy of all of that stuff just in case. And like always, remove your mods and make sure things work and are compatible with the update before putting them back in. Now, I know a lot of players have had this date circled on their calendars for quite some time. This was teased on the summer roadmap, especially for Enchanted by Nature, so there was a lot of hype that this would be something massive, but in reality it ended up being a more smaller patch, but still an interesting one with new skin details, the pack selection feature, and a healthy chunk of bug fixes. Honestly, given the state of the game right now, we do need those fixes, and with this patch, our summer roadmap is officially complete. I'd imagine it won't be long until the next one is announced with more content lined up, because we already know they're cooking up something new. We have kits on the way, and I wouldn't be surprised if we received another expansion pack this year. So we're gonna kick things off with skin details, because this is definitely the biggest highlight of today's update. So this update is being led by Ash, a producer on The Sims 4, who explained that it's been about a year and a half since the vitiligo update. So the team wanted to expand even further on how skin details can help players tell their stories and reflect different lived experiences. They heard from the community that aging, variation, and representation needed more attention, and this time they put a lot of focus on elder Sims specifically. Ash said the team worked with art directors Tracy and Cheyenne to decide what to include and how to bring it to life. Tracy emphasized the goal of adding more age and body mass representation to the game, with her personal favorite being the new body wrinkles, especially around knees and belly buttons. Cheyenne explained that they wanted wrinkle shapes to feel authentic but still fit the Sims 4's art style, so that means simplifying some fine lines and making the larger shapes stand out while still offering variety and uniqueness. So here's what's been added in greater detail. Wrinkles and age details now go much deeper than before. In Create a Sim, you'll find options for mouth wrinkles, eye bags, both age spots and dark spots for the cheeks and forehead, and on top of that, there are new upper and lower body wrinkles with or without age spots, and they do come in multiple densities. We did have stretch marks before, but they have now been expanded. You can apply them to both upper and lower body areas with new options for the torso, arms, and legs. They're available in both light and dark tones, just like the original stretch marks introduced back in 2023. And we have freckles, which is another big one here. These cover not just the face, but the entire body, from shoulders all the way down to ankles. They're inspired by the freckles from Growing Together, but offer much wider coverage. You can pick from light, medium, or heavy densities, and they come in both facial and body designs. And then there's rosacea. This is not limited to only elder Sims. It can appear at different ages, and you'll find 3 different variants showing various levels of redness and irritation. So all of these new skin details layer with each other and with tattoos and body hair. You can't change the pattern itself, but you do get options for how heavy or light they appear and the light or dark tones. They'll also adjust automatically depending on your Sim's body shape, so if you stretch or move body parts, the details move with it. Once applied, they'll carry through as your Sim ages. Though wrinkles themselves aren't available to teens yet, children don't have access to any of these new ones for now, unfortunately, but EA says they do plan to add more for kids in the future. So finally, Ash wrapped up this whole blog post talking about how proud they are of what the artist created and that they are excited to continue expanding the base game representation, whether that's more creative sim customization, cultural additions, or possibly new recipes later on. So now, beyond the skin details, the other major new feature is pack selection. I'm a little surprised that it has taken them this long to add this in as an official feature. So this is gonna let you customize which packs load into your game when starting a new save. This is designed to free up resources without forcing you to uninstall anything. Once a save is created though, removing packs can definitely affect it, so this is best when you are starting fresh. It's important to remember that here. So here's how it works. From the main menu, open game options with the 3 dots, then head into the pack selection section. You'll see a full list of packs you own, and you can check or uncheck which ones you want loaded. All you have to do is hit the check mark at the bottom to confirm, and the game will load only with those packs. Depending on how many you select and how fast your hard drive is, load times will vary. Now, a couple of important notes. Turning packs off strips out their items, worlds, and gameplay, and turning them back on restores them. And because of the complexity of how packs interact, EA strongly recommends backing up your saves before making any changes to this, and I cannot agree more. Mods and custom content aren't handled here, so it is advised to disable them before using this feature. If you load a save missing required content, you'll see icons marking which packs are needed. At that point, you get a few options. You can continue playing without the missing content, but things from those packs won't be there. On PC and Mac, you can create a new copied save that strips the missing content while leaving your original untouched, or you can simply re-enable the packs and reload the save with everything back in place. Now, for PC players, there's also been a big step forward with DirectX 11. If you're running an Intel GPU, the game now defaults to the DirectX 11 executable. But for everyone else, so GPUs that aren't Intel, they will stick with the original DirectX 9. And EA also has a full guide on using launch arguments if you want more control, in case you're not one of those players that was upgraded to DirectX 11, but you want to play on that. Now, performance improvements are another key focus in this patch. Rendering performance has been boosted for smoother visuals. Responsiveness is notably improved here. Crashes tied to certain graphics settings are fixed. Shadow flickering has been addressed, and lighting has been stabilized, so brightness remains consistent. Enchanted by Nature has also received a new toggle in the game options called Enable Ailment Spread, and with it unchecked, ailments won't spread from sim to sim. Fairies can still deliberately give ailments, nature paths can still treat them, and very imbalanced sims can still develop them, unless you also disable the balance and imbalance system entirely. And EA has even provided an in-game screenshot of the new option in the menu. So we also teased what's next for kits here. We have 2 new creator kits on the way later this month. We knew about the Grange Mudroom kit, but I never got a chance to report on who it's actually by. The one and only Peacemaker. And then we have the Essential Glam kit by Cryptic Sim. So those are coming very, very soon, and I'm sure we have many more packs to follow after this. But now on to one of the most important parts of the video for some players, and that is bug fixes. Now, for the base game, sneakers from the 25th anniversary update now show up in the cold weather category. Wide leg jeans are now correctly available under masculine fashion preference. The new tucked tees now appear under athletic, sleep, and hot weather. The blazer and the T-top is available under feminine preferences, and the curly shag hairstyle is now properly listed as wavy. For our console peeps, they updated the user agreements and privacy policies, so they are now showing correctly, which allows you to connect to the gallery and events once again. This has been addressed so much on the forums recently, so I'm happy to see that this is finally fixed here. Game options like volume settings should now save properly, though EA is still monitoring reports from PlayStation users seeing repeated display prompts. They also fixed an issue in live mode where clearing notifications with RT and R2 no longer affects game speed. For high school years, when 4 or more teens from your active household attend school, all of them now get high school day tasks. Lovely. In businesses and hobbies, Sims added from the gallery or library with custom tattoos will no longer turn pitch black. This is another long-running bug. Happy to see this fixed. For Enchanted by Nature specifically, the ailments toggle is now fully in place, and Sims with bad luck are less likely to start fires when cooking. And in the sleek bathroom kit, dirty states on the Serenity Stone tubs, Throne of Stone toilets, and sleek stone sinks now display correctly and no longer cause swatches to change color incorrectly. So that is the full, complete update. I'm definitely curious on what you guys think. Did this patch live up to your expectations after being on the roadmap, or were you hoping for something a bit bigger than this? I have to say I really like what they're doing with representation. I am never ever going to shame them for expanding that every chance that we get, so that's definitely the highlight for me personally, and of course also the bug fixes. But I'm definitely curious on what you guys think. Are you more excited about the new skin details and pack selection, or are you just happy to see a lot of bugs fixed here, things that have been addressed over on the forums? Unfortunately, Save Corruption still isn't here. I believe they're still investigating that one, so we'll be waiting a while, I fear. Share all of your thoughts down in the comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and happy life simming, guys.